about that Conor McGregor?
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
What's up? 40 seconds, brother.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, boss. Lead the way.
I love them both, though. Both are fighters that I really like. But
Yes.
I'm ready for your questions,
Questions.
or for whoever asked the question.
Whoever asked the questions, because this is Q&A. Ask the Bulgarian. That's the Bulgarian. I am Troy. And the first question that we're going to get into, it is, what is German volume training? What is GVT?
German volume training is
Sounds like
usually
Dragon
just,
Ball Z.
well, the idea is just to overload the body and to potentially bring more strength and hypertrophy, but it's 10 sets, 10 reps with a challenging weight. Pretty much that's as much as you can do. I think it started like back in the, I'm not sure, 70s, 80s, whatever, German weightlifters were doing it in the off season to kind of, increase their capacity. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's say you decide to do it, you pick up weight that is challenging, you make sure you warm up, you can actually kind of increase the weight as you go until you reach your optimal weight, but pretty much set aside 10 sets and 10 reps. Of course, you can do different things and you can kind of challenge yourself. Actually, we've done something crazy on Monday, which was yesterday. We did superset GVT with like 20 leg presses with 10 pendulum squats for like 10 sets. So that was like 30 reps.
That wasn't me.
But you can play around. But the original idea coming back from whatever 40, 50 years ago is like 10 sets, 10 reps. And the idea is to literally take your body out of the comfort zone and just overload it and challenge it in a way that it hasn't been challenged before.
Nice. All right, so question number 2 that we have is, what is a repetition max? So
I'm not really sure I understand the question, but if you're asking about what is the repetition max, it's usually the highest weight or the weight that you can do one repetition, the maximum weight that you can do one repetition with. That's pretty much one rep max, if that's what the question is.
all right, next one. Can you lose fat while building muscle?
Basically, when you build muscle, you have to be in caloric surplus, and when you lose fat, you have to be in caloric deficit. So at the same time would be very challenging, and we actually observe this in the very beginners. When people are just getting started, they kind of we'd like to joke and we call this like the virgin gains, but it's basically what the science says is that in order for you to build muscle, you need to be in caloric surplus. In order to lose fat, you need to be in caloric deficit. So regardless of how you train, given that you're not enhanced, the simple answer is no.
All right, cool. So if you're not in juice, no. What are some what are some healthy choice items that you could recommend as far as food?
All right. Well, basically, I try to stay. Now, occasionally, I indulge in some, not very good food, but I try to stay within the realm of the real produce. So I like vegetables. I like, for my carbs, I like various types of potatoes or rice, and for my protein, I like different sources of meat, fish, and eggs, egg whites. That's pretty much. I love Bulgarian yogurt as well. Not that I'm Bulgarian; it's just the best yogurt in the world. It's the original yogurt. So, I would stay with things that are naturally, not use too many chemicals and preservatives to be processed. I'd like to stay out of processed foods. In caloric deficit with the right macronutrient ratios, you could eat whatever. As long as you hit those numbers, you're gonna achieve the results. Do I think that's healthy in the long run? No, I don't think that's healthy in the long run. So I'd like to stay pretty much with the produce section and the real foods.
All right.
That's my personal choice. Now people can do whatever they like.
Definitely. How much protein per pound of lean muscle is recommended every day?
That's a kind of loaded question because it really depends on what are we recommending it for. We don't recommend anything, but let's say that the recommended daily intake, as per I guess National Institute of Health or whatever it is, I think is something really low. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's like 0.5 or whatever of per pound or per kilo. I'm not even sure. It's something really low, depending on what the goal of the client is, right? Or what the goal of the individual is. My personal goal is hypertrophy, so I do anything between 1.5 and 2 grams per pound. So I'm 180 pounds and I rock around around 300 grams of protein per day. That's me personally. My goal is hypertrophy. Depending on what your goal is, just look at what your goal is, and then if you want more information, just reach out and we'd love to, help.
I do. Next one. How easy is it to maintain muscle? Do you need to go to the gym every few days, or what do you? I know it all depends on
You have
your
to
lifestyle.
train. Think about it. Body in motion stays in motion.
Yeah.
You don't train, you're going to lose it. So you got to use your body, you got to use your muscles, and you got to eat adequate amounts of protein, and you have to absorb it pretty much. So the protein absorption, that's if you eat once a day, chances are it's not enough. So enough protein. Balanced macronutrient ratios, I would say, and resistance training. Simple answer.
Cool.
Yes. What is the question from the man behind the camera?
What's your favorite sport to watch?
Mixed martial arts. I love fighting. I love martial arts. That's my favorite sport to watch. Hands down, forever. It used to be K1 back in the day when I was back in Bulgaria. Now it's pretty much UFC. That's what I like. If I watch TV, I want to watch UFC. That's it.
Man, I remember the K1, the Pride fights, and all the leagues. They were great. But UFC is cool. But no, it's not UFC for me. It's football. Football. I love football.
As a football guy.
What's in the cup, Elin?
Today in my cup is just very simple drug that I use every single day. Coffee. I love coffee. I didn't have enough today. I'm really addicted to it, so I just simply use the shaker to put my coffee in and just drive around, do whatever I gotta do and sip on it. Simple as that.
Well, that was basically it. That's all we had. Yeah, that was it for this week, guys. We'll come back with more Q&A with the Bulgarian. That's this guy. And enjoy the rest of your week.